transition. I'm here. Hello. How's everybody doing? My name's Chixxa. You've probably seen me here, and if not, I'm here today at Post Esports U. We're here with Post Rocket League. The Post Eagles purple team will be playing Thomas Red today in the NECC Week 6. It's going to be a best of 5. And Post Eagles purple, really good win last time I saw them. They looked really good. But instead of the other roster, Denny is here today, or at least the last roster I saw. So they have a really hard task against them. They are currently 3-3. They've had their struggles this season, and Thomas Red right now is 4-1. So they're against a very good, really successful roster this season. So I don't normally do predictions, but I want to see purple kind of rise to the occasion and get that upset potential going today. It's going to be Denny, Lunova, and Swish on the side of purple. Thomas Red will have J-Neil, Jay, and T-Guys Woos. I probably, messed up their names, but whatever. You guys can complain in chat if I did. But nonetheless, let's get down and into this game. I'm really excited to see them on the field. Denny played earlier this week with the orange roster for Karamik, who couldn't make it, and they had a really successful series as well, winning that one really in 4-1 fashion, I believe. They really killed it. Very high scoring series. So Denny, a lot to really step on, since he played phenomenal in a higher level match-made game. And as for the rest of the team, Swish and Lunova continue to really be huge parts of why purple does win their games when they do win their games. Specifically Lunova, who tends to be the most upfield of this roster. As for Thomas Red, we know their season has gone 4-1, a game in there. We'll see if they manage to really show why they're up to snuff, why they're doing so well this season, because it's been back and forth, a couple of demos, couple of bumps. Lunova trying to fit that ball on that play, cannot do so. Double commit with Lunova, and Denny Swish last back will commit at a great time, contest that ball, and give his teammates time to rotate back. Denny taking his time, gets 50'd actually on target, and Swish finds a really phenomenal save right on that goal line, denying Thomas Red from scoring. Quick poke away. Jay and the rest of the Thomas Red team trying to set up their defense. Denny coming a little bit too late to that ball in the contest, and the 50 goes the way of Thomas Red. Batmobile 50 there by Jay does well. Denny doesn't read that shot, loses the angle there, which is really important. You see him instead floating into the net, he goes straight towards the ball. You need to leave the ball and the net and your car in between that space, if that makes sense in any retrospect. But the positioning, just that slight change in the car, left it open, and that kickoff doesn't go the way of Post either. J-Neil manages to get this one. It just looks like Lunova's flip caused him to lose some momentum there, and he didn't get to that ball in time. So a couple of unfortunate events starting out for Post Purple today. They've had their struggles, like I've mentioned, this season. And I think right now just the mistakes are kind of piling up to start. It tends to be a domino effect on the side of positive things momentum-wise and negative. So right now, a lot of negatives on the side of Post and a lot of positives on the side of Thomas Red. They've managed to stay successful. Good challenge for Lunova. T-Guys Woos can't find the read. Denny can't get this here. Jay, the catch, the Batmobile shot. Lunova able to find the save, but still pressure's coming for Thomas Red. Swish able to advance upfield. Lunova winning this 50. We'll see if he can get a piece of the ball here. Is it on the right side? We'll back pass to Denny. Looking to get one center, but J. Neal able to send it up. Field tool goes down. Is post. Lunova barely finding a piece of that ball for the save, and the rotations defensively for post are struggling right now. A couple of misses. Lunova last back will find a piece of that ball. J. Neal gets a second touch, keeps it in the corner. Denny loses his footing, and Swish will take over for a clear, actually on target, saved by J. Neal. Center field, J. Neal is there to advance it. Lunova off the back wall, sends it opposite. Denny off the side wall, waiting. Not the greatest touches. Just doesn't seem like we could get the shots off that we need. 2 demos for Denny, though. Leaves some space. Swish with a miss. Lunova's 50. Batmobile just seems to keep winning it on out. J. Neal up. Sends it off the back wall. Lunova not much boost. Swish should take over. This will bounce center. And J. Neal up early. Swish just holding on. Lunova will commit. Needs to stay patient. But that shot by Jay just off target. J. Neal backboard double tap potential. But it is still safely towards the sides of net. Purple won't be scored on again just yet. But they do need to score themselves if they look to get back in this game. Final minute. We're under that minute mark, actually. And we desperately need 2 goals. This golden goal territory, I like to call it, normally for double or equal score lines. But in this case, we need double golden goals to tie up this game. This one out towards midfield. Swish, a huge 50. It's actually on target. Can Jay find the save? He does. Thomas Red holds on, denying post again and again. Here comes pressure. Denny, pressured away. This one way over Swish, and I think this one will not go in. Poor Thomas Red. At least we don't give up another one. That mental struggle there if you do give up a goal in the last final seconds. Lunova can't find the touch. It'll touch the ground, in fact, and that will be game number 1 in this best of 5 at NECC week 6 of Rocket League. Thomas Red winning 2-0 game number 1. They as well end up with 11 shots to post 4 on that side. So, yeah, very, very tough game for post. They didn't get that offensive ability or potential as we've seen out of the past. I know Atokad in particular likes to push this team offensively upfield. That's where they're comfortable when they're shooting, when they're not on their end of the field, of course. Nobody likes to be defending on their end, but they just didn't get that consistency. I saw a lot of double commits. In particular, I think Denny and Lunova kind of overstepping one another and trying to be that offensive presence. But Lunova tends to normally win out when Denny isn't here. So I think if they communicate a little bit better, which I know Purple has struggled with at times, if they communicate a little better, they'll end up, I think, more successful going into game number 2. And talking about going into game number 2, here we are at game number 2. All you guys missed was a kickoff, pretty neutral, but at least upfield is what post is looking for. A demo, though, and Jay finds a really good catch to get Thomas Red an early lead. Ooh, that's a tough one. Part of being able to offensively be successful in Rocket League is having a third man back, or rotations that are quick enough that if your third man challenges, gets demoed, basically does his job, that your first and second man upfield are able to rotate back in that period of time. And so far, I just haven't seen that great breakaway for Denny, but J. Neal able to send it upfield on the clear instead of us getting a second shooting opportunity. Lunova, poke upfield, sends it to the corner. Can't go much farther than that. Swish, contest, J. Neal, pass to Jay. Goes up to the skies. Off the backboard, drop down. Jay's trying to find it. No follow-up, though. by T-Guys Woo. This one open, and Lunova can't find the touch into the open net. He will, though, turn real quick, find a contesting at the first goal for Post to tie this game up. Really good speed. J-Neil losing the ball, and T-Guys not able to get the touch they need to be successful upfield, to really get that ball out of harm's way. I tell all levels of defense again and again, if you are trying to at least get that ball out of harm's way, whether you're in bronze, you're in plat, you're in Grand Champ, SSL, you want to move that ball towards the corners of the field, not towards the center. Any center touch, even if you're so confident that you have it, you really need to be very careful. And J-Neil there going really on top of where his net is not just a good decision. J-Neil, though, trying to eat my words with a shot there and a goal, doesn't end up finding it, not sneaking it in. This one by Jay, cleared up field. Not the greatest touch by Denny. Again, needs to go more cornered instead of center, but good contest and follow-ups by his teammate leaves that one all right. Denny trying to get it towards the center. Lunova kind of cutting rotation. Again, needs to be very communicated in order for that to be successful. J-Neil off the corner, centered pass. Lunova able to poke it towards the corner. Halfway through game number 2 here. Post looking to come back in this series and tie it up. Denny, last second save on the goal line. Will hold on for Post. Gets a little bit of a clear up field, but Jay 400K is there. Jay faking that one out. T-Guy Woo's able to find the shot and the goal for Thomas Red, and they now have a 1-goal lead. 2:19, 2 and change remain in this very pivotal game number 2. Post does not want to go out in a sweep, and I don't blame them either. They have to rise to this occasion that is currently on the board right now. Back wall, Denny's touch, able to send out. Jay, the follow-up, trying to get a little bit of an aerial, not able to do so. Swish. Only a touch to J-Neil. Good follow-up. Sends it off towards the corner. Swish continuing to follow. Picking up that 100 boost, but 50 by T-Guys Woos. He will find it. All 3 players of Thomas Red in the same spot. T-Guy Woo's demo. Lunova. That net is open, but the shot isn't on target, and a missed opportunity for Post to tie up this game. Swish. Good poke away. Denny trying to keep it up. Jay keeps it in midfield. Lunova to the skies. Will send it in front of the net. J-Neil cleared out. Jay, little bit of a deflection. Will follow up his touch off the backboard and down. Denny getting Goomba'd, gets pushed away from that ball and the boost. Lunova and Swish combine for a 50, but a little bit out of place. Swish, good early contest towards the skies. Doesn't give Jay space. Shot on target, saved by T-Guys, followed by Swish, not on target. Again and again, Post knocking on the door, but not able to finish. A miss here. Denny, a demo. And T-Guy Woos has an open net, but he just can't find on target. This one towards the back wall. Lunova and Denny again double committing. Someone needs to say, I got that ball, because those mistakes are not good. Swish tries to sneak it in. Follow up here for Lunova, though. Good on the chaotic energy. And Post with 40 seconds left in game number 2 finds the tying goal they need. They caught the defense off guard, found an opportunity, and they used it to their best potential. Now, with 40 seconds, they need to find one more golden goal to take this game number 2, and I'm hoping for them. Hoping that they can find what they need. Swish, not enough boost to follow up that play. Lunova winning the 50. Able to send it away on J-Neil's touch. Jay from the back wall. That one's too strong. Let it go. Denny pushing for it. Lunova as well. Swish's last back again wins a good 50. Good solid challenge. Has some time. Doesn't have boost in the tank. And J-Neil is able to extend this one. Sends it to the corner. Shot here for J-Neil, saved by Lunova. Bouncing up, bouncing down, 0 seconds, overtime. in game number 2. Very close game at that game number 2. Post a little bit more successful upfield finding shots. This one for Lunova is a beautiful pass. The finish is there, and Lunova gets the golden goal early in overtime to give Post the game 2 win, tying up this series 1-1. Let's take a quick look at the stats, and I'll transition over to me. All 3 goals on the side of Lunova. Also 4 of the 5 shots. Pretty normal for Lunova. On the other side of the field, 7 total shots. Of course, 2 went in. Not very much accuracy, as you can tell there. Low save counts and decent shot counts. Granted, on the side of Post, 5 total shots, 3 goals that go in, 1 save for Thomas Red. That means 4 of our 5 shots on target and accurate. So I think at this point in the game, Denny is adjusting to Swish and Lunova a little bit more. After playing with Orange this week, it could certainly be a different experience playing with a GC2 and a GC1 and then back to more champ level. So I think that adjustment period is really kind of throwing them off. Lunova does do so well upfield. And if Denny gives him a little more space, kind of plays that second, third man role a little better, or that demo role that he likes to do really well, that I think that'll be a little bit more successful for the team. But they really pull out a nail biter. I'm impressed that they're able to hold on, and I'm happy with their progress, their adaptability throughout this game. So game number 3 afoot. We'll see if Post can hold on to that momentum of the game win. Pull off a little bit of an upset, honestly, against Thomas Red. Really great early save by Denny. Take a quick drink, take a quick breather, let this first minute or so, not minute, a couple seconds expire, and see what changes will be made on the field. Really good sustained offense for Post early. Denny, though, I think being a little bit too patient with that ball. Doesn't end up coming back to him, and instead gets put the other way. Huge pinch and clear by Swish and Denny. Able to find the follow-up. Swish coming through off the back, while Lunova, really good decision to keep that upfield. 50 for J. Neal is 1. Swish awkward territory. Denny deciding if he could challenge or not, and that's what'll sometimes happen. Swish, ball side rotation. Decides to hit that ball. I would personally leave it, not to mention I wouldn't have rotated on that same side. I would have cut across net way earlier upfield to get that back post rotation, to not make Denny hesitate. You see him hesitate there due to that touch. Little mistakes like that on positioning can make the difference. Lunova's shot just high. Denny's shot just saved, and Swish able to send it off the corner and out. Swish looking to send it upfield. Denny, I know, lurking, does find that 50. Gets a good infield pass. Swish's shot saved, but ends up poking on in. Really good extended play for Post Purple. They just find a way to score. And Swish, maybe not the best place shot, but strong enough to still find itself in. Good tying goal needed, much needed for Post Purple. They will hold on in this game number 3, a very pivotal game 3. Ends up deciding who has match point at this point in the series. Everyone wants to be up at match point potential. Pressure in midfield. Both teams fighting to get that midfield presence and pressure. Denny off the backboard. Lunova not able to get past T-Guys. Swish sends it mid. Shot for J. Neal. Denny able to get back. Hard bounce towards the skies. Jay is there off the backboard. Great touch down as a pass, but the shot lacks the accuracy it needs to go on in for Thomas Red. J. Neal floating. Nobody in net. No contest either, and that's an open one for Thomas Red. Again, a little bit of a miscommunication. Swish is back, but in the wrong part of net. Well, not really part of net. He's in the corner, and Denny isn't back just yet either. So again, another defensive error on the side of post. Certainly something that we'll need to clean up over time. But this one for Lunova goes end to end, and post will find a very quick bounce back goal when I was not expecting. It's essentially 4 cars all in the same place, but double commits will do that to any team, either team, all the teams. If you double commit, you leave someone out of place. And there are 2 Thomas Red players going for the ball. Lunova, though, messing up that kickoff. Doesn't find a piece of the ball, and J-Nil gets it right back for his team. He has 6 shots, all 3 of their goals. Unfortunate and a mistake again for post at this point in the game. They can't let things like that go. And I say at this point, we exactly reached halftime, 2 minutes and 30 seconds in this game. A lot's gone on. A lot higher score than what we've normally seen. Swish late to that ball. And able to extend upfield is Thomas Red. Ludova barely getting a piece of that ball. Denny, the follow-up. Looking to extend more. This one's sent out towards center. Lunova there. Bounce up. Swish. Shot. Saved by J-Nil. Bouncing down. Denny going for a demo. Does indeed find it. Leaves the net open for Lunova to finish it on in and post a very calculated team play to find success on the field. I mentioned a little bit earlier that Denny needs to work with Lunova, and that is a really phenomenal job at working together in order to find that play upfield. Denny keeps it on his car just a second too long, and the contest is there. Swish and Lunova, same spot, same time. Denny not able to stay patient on the back post, sneaks up just a little bit too far, and J-Nil takes advantage, able to sneak that shot behind him. You want to be fast, think fast, play fast in Rocket League, but sometimes doing the right things means being patient and actually stopping your car to be in the right position. So Denny, seeing kind of that panic of both of his teammates upfield contesting and trying to both double commit on that ball, ends up losing his positioning. Again, still very little mistakes on the side of post, but they make all the difference. Double commit here again. Both missed touches. Thomas Red looking to extend their lead, but luckily post able to send it the opposite way. Lunova can't get it past the defenders. J-Nil will take over. This one bouncing center. Lunova going over it. Jay and Swish one-on-one. Jay with the flick. It will bounce on in, and Thomas Red finds their 5th in this game, number 3. I won't say anything just yet, since I've seen greater miracles and games happen before. Certainly not a done deal right now for post. They just need to find something very quick with the remaining time left in this game 3. Denny, sidewall. Looking to bounce it off the backboard. Does find it. Swish shot. Saved by J-Nil. Lunova here. Pressuring. Denny. Turn. Finds the quick shot. Pressure there. 1 goal. 1 of 2 needed for post to tie up this game. And 10 seconds left. They have the potential still. Really good offense. Quick turns. Quick cut for Denny to make that decision. 10 seconds on the clock. Lunova. Kickoff doesn't go the way of post. Denny a little awkward. Double commit. Lunova finding The touch, Denny trying to keep it on his car. This one, trying to hold it from touching the ground. Swish isn't there. Thomas Red to take game number 3. Up at match point in this series. And taking a quick look at the stats, you can kind of see a high-scoring game. As we mentioned, 12 total shots for Thomas Red, 10 for Post. And when it came down to it, J. Neal just popped off. Really good game. 4 of their 5 goals on the side of Thomas Red. Also, all 4 saves for his roster as well. He stepped up to the plate when they needed them the most, and sometimes you just have that MVP that'll put in the work that they need. As for Post, I think it was a team effort. Again, I pointed out during that game some of the miscues we had rotationally, positionally, and communicatively as a team that they need to work through in order to bounce back in this series. They need to win this game to bring this to game number 5. If not, Thomas Red will win in 4. Lunova pressuring, and Denny extending this play towards midfield. Jay, a little bit of a backflip. Lunova off the backboard, bouncing down. Can't find the touch. J. Neal can't either. T-Guys Woos doesn't find it. This ball's still in the Thomas Red half. Swish towards the skies, off the backboard. J. Neal the catch, sends it up the wall. Swish is there. J. Neal past both Denny and Lunova. Again, kind of on top of one another. J. Neal 50 away, actually on target by Denny, who will have the pressure to keep it upfield. Doesn't have that touch, though. Lunova, shot. Will go on in. Swish, though, able to 50 it and on in, and that will go on just fine, just well. Good shots, good plays. My bad. Just extended offensive pressure for Post leading into the first goal of this game. My apologies. Jay, though, gets past 2, able to hold on to this ball and send it upfield. Yeah, the transition button can be a little finicky at times when you're rushing around trying to change everything. So apologies. Also like to talk as much as possible to give you guys that game background. But for now, all good, because it's a tied game and essentially a minute has elapsed and nothing's happened, you know? Ooh, J. Neal, last second save. Denny coming up a little bit too far, and this one for T-Guys Woos, able to send it upfield. J. Neal shot off the post and bouncing out, almost successful on the side of Thomas Red, but not just yet. Post Purple holds on. They extend upfield. Lunova, a small touch, but J. Neal is there. Swish picks up the boost. Difficult touch. Nobody can read that one. T-Guys Woos on the ground. Finds the initial one. J. Neal shot on target. Swish trying to backflip into it. Cannot find the touch needed. And because of that, Thomas Red gets their second goal. Again in the hands of J. Neal, who has just been really tearing up the field for Thomas Red. Doing a good job of holding on to really steady offense and being there when needed defensively as well. He has made some very important last-second saves for his team. Denny, this one caught off guard. J. Neal, 50'd by Lunova upfield. This one not on target, though. Swish finds the 50 here. Lunova trying to sneak it in. Find the 50. It's bouncing out. Denny is there to get the 50 he needs. And again, halfway through this very important game number 4, we find ourselves tied right on the 2.5 minute mark. Woo! Difficult game. Very tough game. Ooh, tough shots. Saved away, though, by post. Denny looks towards the backboard. Can't really find it. J-Neil, sidewall. Given space, challenged. Drops it down. Open net. Lunova trying to sneak it on in. Denny sacrifices him out to the Rocket League gods to get the deflection. And he will be able to just stop Jay long enough from saving that ball. Lunova credited with the goal. Denny, huge important part of it being a goal. It went just over 2 minutes. Post has the lead. Backboard touch. Swish there first. Open net. This will go end to end. Swish finds a goal now for Post, and up quick by 2. Bang, bang, play. This is what happens when you shake the mental up of the opposing team. Slowly they start to crack, and that hole just continues to widen. Really, the seas parting for Swish's shot, and he finds a really important one late in this game 4. Jay sends this one up. Off the backboard, doesn't find the read. T-Guys woos. Shot off target. Lunova sending it upfield. Continuing to work. Popping this one over J-Neil. J-Neil saves it off the post and out. Now transition potential for Thomas Red. No boost for Jay. Lunova finding the save, and J-Neil to continue. Swish contesting, drop down pass, Jay able to finish. Thomas Red finds one, and now a minute 23 and a 1-goal difference. Really great drop down pass though for J-Neil. You can't place that any better for your teammate looking to finish off that play, looking to clean up that ball. 50, kept in 50'd in 50 part of the field. Denny's touch a little strong. Swish, though, luckily back in net. Sends it towards the corner. Lunova doesn't find the 50 that he may want. Denny sends it up to Lunova. Lunova holding on to it, extending the play upfield. This ball bounced out. Swish with the touch. It's in front of the net. Nobody there for Post to clean it up. This is a decision you have to make. Do you turtle up? Do you take risks? How do you extend the play? You don't want Thomas Red to have a shooting onslaught, but you don't want to give them an open opportunity to tie this game up. This one on target for Lunova. I don't think anybody was ready. And with 40 seconds now, Post back up by 2. Wow. Again, you could tell Thomas Red just nervous. Just maybe a little panicked, unsure of how to ice up and get the goals they need to win this game 4 to end this series. Instead, it'll be continued pressure by Post to continue to throw off the likes of Thomas Red. Lunova here is 50. Swish, not the touch that I would want. Again, putting it to the corner. That miscommunication and panic on the goal line. Denny was there. He could have made that touch to the corner, but instead Swish puts it center field, and Jay is there to put the shot on target. 16 seconds now. Enough time for last second heroics on the side of Thomas Red. Lunova wins the challenge. Jay towards the sky. Swish a good 50. Denny is up, sends it towards the corner. Lunova shot off target. Swish. 50 in midfield. 1 second left. 0 seconds is all we need to touch the ground. It does touch Post. Takes game number 4 and sends this to the all but coveted game number 5. 11 shots on both teams. Jay, instead of J-Neil this time, 3 of the 4 goals for Thomas Red, 8 of the 11 shots. On the side of Post, Lunova again with the majority of shots, but still really good teamwork by the rest of the roster to get the goals they need, have this success. It's pretty split when it comes down to the saves and all that. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of feeling that tension I don't know who's going to win this one. I don't know how to win this one. I want Post to win, but I'm supposed to be unbiased. So I want a collegiate team to win. Either of them. But mainly Post. I want to see them pull off the upset. I love underdog teams, and I'll have to agree that at this point, Post is the underdog in this best of 5. All comes down to this. Really needs to be an ice up game for Post, and the little bit of starting sequence makes me nervous. Denny and Lunova really need to talk with one another so we don't see those double commits this game. Jay gets gifted a couple touches, but accidentally touches this one away. Lunova, no touch here. Jay Neal goes into a teammate and misses a shot. Denny sends it up the wall. Denny's 50. Unfortunately, a couple of touches. Swish doesn't find himself. Just chaos. Just mistakes. So unfortunate that it goes into the car of Swish. This is why rotations are so important. If Swish rotated back post instead of front post there, then maybe he wouldn't have gotten in the way of that ball. But you can't look back. What's done is done. Again, that mental block can't be there for Post this game. This is clutch up time. Swish finds one just off target. Denny in midfield will find a touch there. Towards the corner is Swish. He'll look to follow it up. Gets a 50 here. T-Guys woos. Bumping Denny. Denny sends to the corner. This one for Lunova out upfield. Denny here to follow up. Finds a 50. Nobody there too quick. Lunova there first. 50 bouncing down. Won't be found yet for either team. Lunova not much boost. Double commit on the side of Thomas Red to get that ball cleared out. Jay looks for an open net shot. Swish sends the ball away, but also gives the ball away to Thomas Red back again. Denny up first. Jay Neal sends across. Lunova there. 2 minutes down. Very quiet game. Very tense game. Patient game at that as well. No one wants to make those mistakes and go down or up a goal, depending on what happens. Denny and Lunova, another double commit. Swish the 50 with Jay. Jay wins this one. Looks to send the 50 down to a pass. This one instead of pass to Denny upfield, who finds a shot, but Jay Neal able to send it towards the corner and get that save. Lunova, backboard. Drop down. Swish the shot saved by Jay. Denny. Pass center field. This one again. Won't be on target. T-Guys off the corner. Shot saved by Swish on the goal line. Purple looking to go upfield. Still just the one goal. Denny. Lunova and Swish. Denny for the 50. Denny back down towards the corner. Doesn't have much boost. This one in front of the net, though. Lunova trying to finish off the backboard and bouncing out. Whew. Tight game. Definitely, again, a very tense game. You're not seeing too many mistakes because teams aren't risking them to happen. Lunova. Out to Swish. This one taken away. Jay Neal. No shot. Denny, the miss. This one saved away as well. And Denny able to find a piece of that ball. Denny, pass out towards center field. Nobody was there, though, to take that shot. Instead, Jay Neal looking from one end to the other. Double commit, though. Transition quick. Lunova sends it towards the air. Nobody up, though, for Post. This one back down to Lunova. Rolling shot. Saved away by Jay. Jay looking upfield. Denny towards the sidewall. This one on target, saved by Lunova off the home post to keep it only a 1-goal difference. I'm nervous. Lunova upfield. Shot is good, saved by J. Neal. Denny can't find the touch. Lunova sends it mid. Shot by T-Guys is off target. Some panic. Lunova, good 50. Is this one on? Is Swish able to get a touch? Cross down. Lunova shot, 15 seconds on the clock. He ties it up. Post looking to live another life. What a way to break down the transition from one end to the other. Swish just doing enough work for the finish. Breathe, but not too much. 10 seconds is still time on the clock. A couple of double commits. The panic can't be there. Denny is beat, but the shots are off. Swish looking upfield. Sends it up towards the back wall. Lunova, possible one more shot. Sends the pass to Denny, who can't find it. Cleared up field. Swish. Can't find the save. Heartbreak. Just tries to get it to touch the ground. I don't know if it was on or if it was in. Nobody will ever know. But that's how Game 5 ends. Thomas Red winning this series 3-2. Post just not able to hold on. Honestly, I think I'm kind of happy my camera does not work today, because I would probably look like a mess. Really, really tough game for Post today. They just had a lot of mistakes on the field, and at the end of the day, that one single mistake at 0 seconds, that ball doesn't register as touching the ground. Really, really heartbreaking for Post Purple. Unfortunate game. I'm not sure exactly how many more are left for NECC or in ECAC at this point, as the season's starting to somewhat come to a close, which is what makes each game in each series ever more important. But that is it for me today. I just had the one Rocket League match for you guys. I hope you enjoyed and you're not as heartbroken as I am right now on the field. But yeah, that'll really be it. There'll be certainly more Rocket League in the future to come. Post always as well has tons of other games that are on our Post Esports U channel, as well as Post Esports 2. So feel free to stay tuned for those in the future. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday, so go ahead and party it up or study it up, depending on where you're at. If you had spring break, enjoy your spring break and whatnot. I will be back hopefully next week for some more Rocket League. Again, you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you around. This is Chixxa signing off for today.